everyone, Heather here with Raven Hayes. Let's talk about the pagan holiday called Imbolc. This is spelled I-M-B-O-L-C, and you will often hear it pronounced just like it's spelled phonetically, Imbolc, and that's fine. Traditionally, however, it's going to be pronounced with the C and the B being silent, Imol. And this is an old Irish word that literally means in the belly or use milk. It is one of the four major Sabbats or major pagan holidays. There are 8 total. For those of you who don't know, the pagan holidays go based on the wheel of the year, and 4 are major and 4 are not as major, more like equinox related. So this is one of the 4 major ones, the other ones being Beltane, Lammas, and Samhain. And this traditionally falls on February 2nd. It is also called Candlemas and comes around the same time as the American holiday of Groundhog Day. Also comes around the same time as the Catholic celebration of St. Bridget, St. Bridget's Day or St. Brede's Day. Now, what this holiday does, this holiday of Imbolc, is a holiday that honors the Celtic goddess of fire, fertility, and the young. And who's that goddess? It's Bridget or Brede, same one that the Catholics are, honoring at the same time. And this was celebrated by like nearly every ancient culture, ancient Egyptians, ancient Celtics, and even the Babylonians. No matter what your religion is, what your spiritual path is, what your parents or your grandparents were, the bottom line is at some point in your history, in all of our history, our ancestors honored these seasons, and they worshiped based on the sun, okay? So in essence, they were really all pagan at some point. Now, what this particular holiday does is we are honoring that the winter season is coming to an end and the spring season is coming, into fruition. So we're honoring that the sun is giving us longer days and shorter nights, whereas in the winter we had these long, long nights, and the rebirth and the fact that, in ancient times anyway, we can start planting our seeds, we can, our cattle and our livestock are going to start mating. So this is what this celebration is all about. Years ago, now one of the symbols of Imbolc is going to be a heart. Now this came from ancient Druids, and they would use a white bull heart. They would sacrifice the bull, take out the heart that was still beating, and they would use that heart to divine and kind of get an idea of what the coming year is going to bring. All right, they would look at how that heart is convulsing, what those last final beats are doing, what is that heart, what's the appearance of that heart, what's it looking like, and that would give them an idea of what the coming year is going to bring. So that kind of transferred and went through time and through the ages. The Romans ended up taking on that symbol with their holiday Lupercalia, and then it eventually morphed into Saint Valentine's Day, and where we still see hearts being very symbolic. Now, some of the things that you'd want to do to honor this day or to celebrate this day, number one, you may want to do spring cleaning. So when you're talking about springtime, a lot of times nowadays we do talk about spring cleaning. But if you think about really why you're doing that spring cleaning, most people have been kind of in the house all winter, and so you're cleansing out all those negative energies, all those stagnant energies, and replacing them with some freshness. You want to dust your house, open the windows, get rid of those areas where things are just cluttered and that kind of harbors negative energy in those areas. You want to sage your house, use some kind of incense and just go around and create a cleaner, fresher environment, all right? Another thing that's very, very common to do now, back in those ancient days, in honor of this, they would do a form of sympathetic magic, and that would be to light all the candles in their home, okay, or have a bonfire. And what that was doing was basically saying, so I'm going to create all of these candles and I'm going to have all of this light because I want to manifest that the sun is going to just bring in more light and longer days. And this is what they would do. So in honor of that, we can do similar things. We can have a bonfire. And if you can't have a bonfire, we can light candles, putting candles in all the windows of your house, or putting candles in a circular pattern like a wheel as your centerpiece. And if you don't use candles, turning on all the lights in your house for a certain period of time in honor to bring back the light and bring those longer days back. As with any pagan holiday, and pretty much any holiday, regardless of your spiritual path, food is involved. Food is always involved. And traditional foods that you may see in an Emil celebration would include milk, because we're talking about the meaning of the word being use milk or in the belly. So we're going to have milk, we're going to have dairy products, and we're certainly going to include seeds in our meal, in our celebratory meal, because this is the time when people started, they were going to go plant their seeds. Now we can go plant. Spring is here. Get things started that way. So you'll see lots of seeds in the food, honey, and if you are traditionally Norse, the Norse would include pork in their meal, versus the Celtic region, which would include lamb or poultry as part of their meal. So those are some ways that you can honor this holiday, or Sabbat, as it's called, of Emil, and kind of add a little bit of a modern twist. So I would love to hear your experiences, what your plans are. If you've ever heard of this or celebrated it, share in the comments below. If you have any other fantastic ideas, I would love to hear them. Okay, and I will talk to you later. See you in the next video. Bye.